What's up, everybody? And today we're diving headfirst into the lives of the richest people on the planet. We're talking mega mansions, supercars, and bank accounts that'll make your head spin. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more insane videos like this one. We're dropping knowledge bombs about how these billionaires made their fortunes, the businesses they run, and all the cool stuff they own. From tech geniuses to retail giants, we're giving you an all-access pass to the lifestyles of the rich and famous. And trust me, these guys aren't afraid to spend their hard-earned cash. We're talking private jets, yachts the size of small cities, and enough art to fill up a museum. So buckle up, because we're about to go on a wild ride through the world of unbelievable wealth and luxury. Let's do it. First up, we've got the one and only Elon Musk, the real-life Tony Stark. This guy's a visionary entrepreneur who's changing the world one crazy idea at a time. From electric cars to space exploration, Elon's got his fingers in all the futuristic pies. Elon's journey to becoming the world's richest man, at least on some days, those stock prices fluctuate, started with a little company called Zip2, a web software company, back in 1995. He sold it for a cool $307 million a few years later. Not a bad start, right? But Elon was just getting warmed up. He co-founded PayPal, which we all know and love, and maybe get a little frustrated with when it's down, and sold that for a whopping $1.5 billion in 2002. Talk about a payday. With all that cash in his pocket, Elon set his sights on even bigger and bolder ventures. Enter Tesla and SpaceX, two companies that are revolutionizing the automotive and space industries respectively. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy with its electric vehicles. And let me tell you, these aren't your grandma's electric cars unless your grandma's got a need for speed. We're talking ludicrous acceleration, sleek designs, and some seriously impressive technology. Then there's SpaceX, Elon's brainchild that's aiming to colonize Mars and make humans a multi-planetary species. They're building reusable rockets, sending astronauts to the International Space Station, and even planning to offer space tourism in the near future. Yeah, space tourism. But Elon's ambitions don't stop there. He's also involved in companies like the Boring Company, which is developing high-speed underground transportation systems, and Neuralink, which is working on brain-computer interfaces. Basically, the dude's living in the future, and he's bringing us all along for the ride. All these ventures have contributed to Elon's mind-blowing net worth, which currently sits at around $1 gazillion. Okay, maybe not $1 gazillion, but it's definitely a lot. Like enough to buy a small country, or maybe even a large island, with a volcano lair. Next up, we've got the founder of Amazon, the man who turned online shopping into a national pastime, Jeff Bezos. This guy's like the wizard of e-commerce, making packages magically appear on our doorsteps with the click of a button. Jeff's story starts back in 1994 when he quit his cushy Wall Street job to start an online bookstore called Amazon. Yeah, you heard that right, a bookstore. Back then, people thought he was crazy for betting on the internet. But boy, were they wrong. Amazon quickly grew from a humble book retailer to a massive online marketplace, selling everything under the sun. And if they don't have it yet, just wait a minute, they're probably working on it. This exponential growth transformed Amazon from a scrappy startup into a global behemoth, and it made Jeff Bezos one of the wealthiest people on the planet. Seriously, this dude's net worth is like watching a rocket launch. It just keeps going up and up. And let's not forget about his other ventures like Blue Origin, his space exploration company that's competing with Elon Musk's SpaceX. Oh, and he also owns the Washington Post, because why not add a little media mogul to your billionaire resume, right? I mean, when you've got that kind of cash, you can basically collect companies like their Pokemon cards. But seriously, Jeff Bezos' business acumen is undeniable. He's a master of innovation, always looking for new ways to expand his empire and disrupt industries. Despite his lavish lifestyle, Jeff Bezos is also known for his philanthropy. He's pledged billions of dollars to combat climate change and fight homelessness. Jeff Bezos' journey from online bookseller to tech titan is a testament to the power of innovation, hard work, and a little bit of luck. He's a true pioneer of the digital age, and his impact on the world will be felt for generations to come. We continue with the countdown of Inside the Lives of the World's Wealthiest in 2024. And let me tell you, this next guy, he's living in a whole different tax bracket. We're talking about Bernard Arnault, the man who basically owns luxury. This French businessman is the chairman and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. You heard that right, the biggest? We're talking Louis Vuitton, Dior, Fendi, Bulgari, Tiffany and Company, all under his umbrella. Imagine walking into a mall and owning half the stores. Not that I'm judging, you do you, Bernard. But here's the thing about Arnault. He's not just sitting on a pile of cash like a dragon in a fairy tale. He's still heavily involved in the business world, making deals, buying companies, and ensuring that LVMH stays on top of the luxury game. But here's the thing that blows my mind. With all this wealth, all these luxurious possessions, Arnault is known for being relatively private. He's not out there flashing his cash on social media or throwing lavish parties every night. He's more about quietly enjoying his success and focusing on his businesses. But don't let that fool you. This guy knows how to live. Bernard Arnault, the man who built a fashion empire, amassed a fortune most of us can only dream of and still finds time to enjoy the finer things in life. And this time, we're talking about the OG tech titan, the man who made computers cool, the one and only Bill Gates. You know him. You probably used his software. Heck, you might even be watching this video on a device powered by his technology. That's right, we're talking about the co-founder of Microsoft, the company that brought us Windows, Office, and countless other tech innovations. Bill Gates' story is the ultimate example of turning passion into profit. This dude was coding from a young age, dropped out of Harvard, and built an empire that changed the way we live, work, and play. Talk about a power move. He saw the potential of personal computers before almost anyone else, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, with a net worth estimated at over $100 billion, Bill Gates could be out there buying islands, racing spaceships with Elon, or just swimming in a pool of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck. And while I'm sure he enjoys some pretty sweet perks, Gates is known for something else entirely, his philanthropy. This is a guy who, along with his ex-wife Melinda French Gates, started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, one of the largest private charitable foundations in the world. They've donated billions to causes like global health, poverty eradication, and education. I'm talking about making a real difference in the world, folks. They're tackling issues like malaria, HIV, AIDS, and providing vaccines to children in need. They're working to improve education systems and empower women in developing countries. They're basically like the real-life Avengers, but instead of fighting bad guys, they're fighting poverty and disease. But don't think for a second that Bill Gates has gone all serious and forgotten how to enjoy his wealth. He's got an epic mansion in Medina, Washington, complete with a library that would make Belle from Beauty and the Beast jealous. I'm talking rare books, manuscripts, and probably even a secret passage or two. He's also a big fan of fast cars. We're talking Porsches, Ferraris, and even a rare Porsche 959 that was once the fastest street-legal car in the world. It's like something out of a James Bond movie. And let's not forget about his private jet, because when you're traveling the world fighting diseases and promoting education, you've got to fly in style, right? But here's the thing that I find truly inspiring about Bill Gates. He never stops learning. He's constantly reading, exploring new ideas, and challenging himself to think differently. He's living proof that even when you've achieved incredible success, there's always more to learn and more ways to make a difference. And this time we're diving into the world of the man who knows everything about you, probably the king of social media, the one and only Mark Zuckerberg. Love him or hate him, you can't deny the impact this guy has had on our lives. He's the co-founder and CEO of Facebook, the social media giant that connects billions of people around the world. Remember those awkward high school days before Facebook? Yeah, me neither. Zuckerberg's story is a true Silicon Valley tale. A Harvard dropout who created a billion-dollar company from his dorm room. He saw the power of connecting people online, and boy was he right. Today, Facebook is more than just a social network. It's a sprawling empire that includes Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus VR. This dude is basically living in the future. With a net worth estimated at over $100 billion, Zuckerberg is one of the richest people on the planet. And while he might not be as flashy as some of the other billionaires we've covered, he definitely knows how to enjoy his wealth. He's got multiple properties, including a sprawling estate in Palo Alto, California. This isn't just any house. We're talking about a compound with multiple buildings, a swimming pool, and enough land to get lost in. It's like his own private Silicon Valley oasis. And let's not forget about his car collection. While he's been known to drive a Honda Fit, talk about staying grounded, he also owns a Pagani Huayra, a sleek Italian supercar that costs over $1 million. It's like something Batman would drive, if Batman were a tech CEO instead of a crime-fighting vigilante. But here's the thing about Zuckerberg that often gets overlooked. He's not just about making money, he's also investing in the future. He's a big believer in the power of technology to solve some of the world's biggest challenges. He's poured billions into initiatives like the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, which focuses on areas like education, science, and criminal justice reform. They're working on everything from developing personalized learning tools to curing diseases to making our criminal justice system more equitable. So yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is a tech titan, a billionaire, and a guy who owns a lot of hoodies. But he's also someone who's using his wealth and influence to try and make a positive impact on the world. And that's something I can definitely get behind. All right, guys, buckle up because we're about to dive into the world of Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha. This guy's like the Yoda of investing, except instead of living in a swamp, he chills in a mansion in Nebraska. Can you imagine a billionaire choosing to live in Nebraska? That's some next-level frugality right there. Buffett's been in the game for decades, and he's known for his long-term investment strategy. He doesn't chase after the latest trends, he finds solid companies and sticks with them. He's all about that buy and hold life, kind of like that one friend who still rocks the same pair of sneakers from high school. And speaking of holding, this dude's been holding on to his fortune for a while now. As of 2024, his net worth is estimated to be around a cool $118 billion. That's enough to buy a small country or a really, really big yacht. But you know, Warren, he'd probably just buy another Dairy Queen franchise. Now let's talk about how Buffett built his empire. His main squeeze is Berkshire Hathaway, a holding company with its fingers in practically every pie imaginable. We're talking everything from Geico Insurance to Duracell batteries, Fruit of the Loom underwear to See's candies. This guy literally owns a piece of everything. And when he's not busy running his own companies, Buffett's out there investing in other big names. He's got a knack for spotting a winner, whether it's Apple, Coca-Cola, or even a little company called Amazon back in the day. Talk about a golden touch. But here's the thing about Buffett. He's not all about the Benjamins. He's a big believer in giving back and has pledged to donate most of his wealth to charity. He even teamed up with Bill Gates to create the Giving Pledge, challenging other billionaires to do the same. Now that's what I call putting your money where your mouth is. Now you might think a guy with Buffett's kind of dough would be rolling around in luxury, but surprisingly, he's pretty down to earth. He still lives in the same house he bought back in 1958 for a measly $31,500. That's right, this billionaire could live anywhere in the world, but he chooses a modest 5-bedroom in Omaha. And don't even get me started on his car collection. Forget Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Buffett's ride of choice is a Cadillac XTS. A Cadillac's nice and all, but it's not exactly what you'd expect from someone who could buy and sell Elon Musk 10 times over. But hey, that's just Warren being Warren. He'd rather spend his money on things that matter, like investing in the future or making the world a better place. Plus, when you're as rich as Warren Buffett, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Respect. Next up, we've got Larry Ellison, the mastermind behind Oracle Corporation. This guy's basically the godfather of database software, and his company is a titan in the tech world. We're talking massive databases that power businesses, governments, you name it. Ellison's story is like something out of a Hollywood movie. He dropped out of college, bounced around a few jobs, and then boom, he co-founded Oracle and rode the tech wave all the way to the bank. And let me tell you, that wave deposited a whole lot of cash into his account. As of 2024, Ellison's net worth is estimated to be around $112 billion. That puts him right up there with the big dogs, and believe me, this guy knows how to live large. We're talking private jets, yachts the size of small islands, and a real estate portfolio that would make even the most seasoned monopoly player jealous. Now, Ellison's not just about software and servers. This guy's got a taste for the finer things in life, and he's not afraid to spend big to get them. Take his real estate portfolio, for example. He owns a Japanese-style estate in California worth an estimated $200 million, a historic garden villa in Kyoto, and a bunch of other properties scattered across the globe. But perhaps his most extravagant purchase is the Hawaiian island of Lanai. That's right, he owns a whole island. He bought 98% of it back in 2012 for a cool $300 million. Can you imagine having your own private island? You could wake up, have breakfast with the dolphins, and then go for a swim in your own private lagoon. And let's not forget about his yacht, because this thing is legendary. It's called Rising Sun, and it's longer than a football field. It's got everything you could ever want on a yacht, from a basketball court to a movie theatre to a submarine dock. You know, just in case you need to make a quick getaway. But hey, it's not all fun and games for Ellison. He's also a big supporter of various causes, including medical research, education and environmental conservation. He's donated millions to organisations like the Ellison Medical Foundation and the Oracle Education Foundation. So there you have it, Larry Ellison, the software mogul who lives life on his own terms. He's a testament to the fact that with hard work, a little bit of luck and a whole lot of ambition, you can achieve anything. Just don't forget to give back along the way. Get ready to enter the Googleplex, because we're about to meet Larry Page, the co-founder of the search engine that basically runs the internet. This guy's a certified genius, and his company has changed the way we live, work, and interact with the world. Page's story is one for the tech history books. He met Sergey Brin while they were both PhD students at Stanford, and together they created a little something called Backrub. Backrub eventually morphed into Google, and the rest, as they say, is history. Today, Google is more than just a search engine. It's a sprawling tech empire with its tentacles in everything from smartphones to self-driving cars to artificial intelligence. And at the helm of this empire is Larry Page, a man with a net worth estimated to be around $111 billion. Now, Page is known for his ambitious projects and his belief that anything is possible with enough brainpower and resources. He's not content with just creating the next big app or gadget. He wants to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. Take his company, Planetary Resources, for example. Their mission? To mine asteroids for valuable resources. Yeah, you heard that right, asteroid mining. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but Page is convinced it's the future of resource acquisition. And then there's Kitty Hawk, a company developing flying cars. Imagine a world where you could just hop into your flying car and soar above the traffic below. That's the kind of future that Page is trying to create, a future where technology solves our problems and makes life better for everyone. But Page's interests extend far beyond the world of Google and his own ventures. He's also a savvy investor with a keen eye for promising startups. He's poured money into companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and 23andMe, demonstrating his belief in innovation and disruption. Larry Page is a true visionary, a man who's not afraid to dream big and chase after seemingly impossible goals. He's a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the transformative potential of technology. And with a net worth like his, he's got the resources to make his vision a reality. Sergey Brin, the other half of the Google dynamic duo. You know, the guys who probably know what you ate for breakfast just by analysing your search history. But hey, all those searches for best breakfast burritos near me made this guy seriously rich. We're talking about a net worth that's bigger than some small countries, people. And you thought your student loan debt was bad? This is next level. Brin co-founded Google with Larry Page, and together they turned our "how do I tie a tie" questions into a multi-billion-dollar empire. We're talking search engines, smartphones, AI, you name it, they're probably involved. And the best part, they pretty much own the internet. Okay, not really, but kinda. So next time you're feeling jealous of their billions, just remember, Google knows where you live. Okay, that got a little creepy, but you get the point. Now let's talk about where a guy with Sergey Brin's kind of cash rests his head at night. We're not talking about a one-bedroom apartment over a bowling alley, my friends. This is Silicon Valley real estate we're talking about, where houses are basically made of gold and diamonds, Brin owns a massive estate in Los Altos Hills, California. Think sprawling mansions, manicured lawns that go on for days, and probably a robot butler or two. And let's not forget the car collection. We're talking sports cars, luxury sedans, maybe even a rocket ship for all we know. But Brin's real estate portfolio doesn't stop there. Oh no, this guy's got properties all over the place. New York City penthouses, private islands, you name it, he's probably bought it. And the best part? He probably bought them all in cash. That's the kind of life you can live when you're a Google co-founder. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to figure out how to pay my rent this month. Now, before you go thinking that Sergey Brin is just another billionaire hoarding his wealth, let's talk about his philanthropic side. Like many of the ultra-wealthy, Brin is a big believer in giving back. He's donated hundreds of millions of dollars to various causes, including poverty alleviation, scientific research, and renewable energy. He's even working on solving some of the world's biggest problems through his company, Breakthrough Initiatives. So, yeah, Sergey Brin is living the dream. He's got the money, the power, and the influence to change the world, and he's using it to make a difference. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go search for how to become a billionaire by next week. Wish me luck. All right, guys, buckle up because we're heading over to India to meet Mukesh Ambani, a name that might not be as familiar as, say, Elon Musk. But trust me, this guy is in a whole other league of wealth. We're talking about a net worth that would make your head spin, built on an empire of oil, telecom and retail. This is a guy who owns a cricket team, for crying out loud. Ambani is the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries, a conglomerate that's basically taken over India. We're talking everything from oil refineries and petrochemical plants to mobile networks and grocery stores. This is a guy who knows how to diversify, and it's paid off big time. He's the richest man in Asia, and let me tell you, that's a title that comes with some serious perks. Speaking of perks, let's talk about Mukesh Ambani's house. And I'm not talking about some McMansion in the suburbs, folks. This is Antilia, a 27-story skyscraper in the heart of Mumbai that's worth an estimated $2 billion. That's right, $2 billion. This place has got everything you could ever imagine. A ballroom, a theatre, a temple, a snow room, a swimming pool on every other floor, and even a helipad. Because who needs to use the stairs when you can just helicopter to your bedroom, right? But the craziest part about Antilia, it's said to be staffed by over 600 people. That's more employees than some small companies. Talk about living large. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to think I need to up my real estate game. Maybe I can convince Mr. Beast to buy me a cardboard box mansion. Now, before you go thinking that Mukesh Ambani is all about the bling, it's worth noting that he's also a major philanthropist. He's donated hundreds of millions of dollars to various causes, including education, healthcare, and disaster relief. And when you're one of the richest and most influential people in the world, your philanthropy can have a real impact. So, there you have it, folks. Mukesh Ambani, the billionaire businessman who's conquered India and built himself a palace in the sky. He's a testament to the power of hard work, ambition, and maybe a little bit of luck. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. A guy can dream, can't he? And there you have it, guys. A peek inside the lives of the world's wealthiest individuals. From Elon Musk's Martian dreams to Mukesh Ambani's billion-dollar home, we've seen it all. Remember to smash that like button if you enjoyed this wild ride through the world of unimaginable wealth. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing content. We're always cooking up something new and exciting, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.